pretty big really. It's a collection of 67 pictures over a 50-metre wall space, showcasing a real mix of figurative, abstract and recycled contemporary designs, all brought together for the first time for the exhibition. It's all held together with a really strong narrative on the common theme, simply, of a quirky look at life from a female angle. Now, as a 38-year-old woman who's married with 3 kids and who trained originally as a doctor, now working as a fine artist, I feel like I've got plenty to say on the subject, as I'm constantly struggling to fit everything into an overfilled existence. Okay, so what's it all about? Well, life from a female angle, it's an interesting one. And life changes and life moves on. And that's what life's all about. And I've now decided life's supposed to be about being happy. And painting makes me happy. And I paint the things that make me happy. And that, these days, is all about family. It's all about the environment. It's about looking after the world for the generations to come. It's about my children and about the things that they've taught me through life. And that, too, is about animals and the predicament of women through nature as well as human beings. I'd like to take you through some of the pictures in this section, which are all really designed from recycled materials, and trying to reuse and recycle all the way through our lives is what's going to make a difference to the future, leave a pretty world and a happy world for our children to come. I do like painting animals as well, and these are some recycled designs I've done. Having children has made me think about the predicament of other mums in nature just as much as human beings, and I feel sympathy for them as well. The picture here particularly is one called Funky Feet, but for the purposes of us girls, it's called Going It Alone, and really the caption reads, what does she think about? Does she feel lonely? Does she love them? Would they like a dad? And I think if you look at nature that way, we may think about our world very differently and how to look after it. As we continue along, we're back into recycled materials. We're talking about married life and looking to the future. You don't know who you're going to marry when you're a child. You think about it a lot. Not everybody does, of course, but I remember wondering what my life was going to be. And the caption that goes with the picture for the Us Girls exhibition is, Us Girls Need Company. The man of your dreams, who will it be? When will it happen? Where will you go together? And what will happen next? The next picture along is all about home. It's all about the importance of home and about making a happy home. And the caption that goes with it is, Us Girls Need a Good Home. Dreaming, wishing, wanting, happy ever after, yes please. We'd all like that fairy tale to keep on going. But to be quite honest, there's only one person who can make that fairy tale happen for you, and that is yourself. Carrying on with the environmental theme over here and the recycling, we've got Seaside Silhouettes. This is a picture of my children when they were growing up, when they were a lot smaller. It's a cold, cold beach, an Easter beach with a biting wind, but so special and so much fun. Do you remember having that much fun as a kid? And do you have that much fun now? Because if you aren't doing, you really ought to try. My parents were great recyclers, and I've been brought up that it's a sin not to reuse, and so I've turned lots and lots of old materials which were very beautiful in the time but now underused into new contemporary designs. It's all about flowers, and flowers is all about love, it's all about happiness, it's all about joy, it's about peace, sanctuary, forgiveness, sympathy. Why do people give flowers? Flowers just mean life to me, it's what it's all about. Us Girls Love Trees is all about, well, it's about the environment. As I said, I've got my children, I love my children, I want the world to be right for them. It's not right to do what we do to the world, and we should be looking after it. So, Us Girls Love Trees, walk in the woods, become a part of it all again, and look after everything for those who come next. We have a responsibility. Here he is, this is my firstborn. This is how life changed. This is what he became. He's now 10 years old, and life's moved on a lot in the last decade, I have to say. I originally trained as a doctor, and then when I had children, life changed completely. And part of what Us Girls is about is talking about the struggle for women to achieve this perfect work-life balance. And what I'd like to do now is take you into the next section of Us Girls, which is through the next room over here, which is all my abstract work, a completely different style and set of pictures, all still under the Us Girls theme though, under the quirky look at life from a female angle, talking about and discussing now the most life event changing thing that's ever happened to me. So here we are in the inner gallery at the courtyard, and this is the new arrival story. The first picture is entitled Growing Inside, and that's what it's all about, what it's like when that new baby comes inside and how you feel when the baby's inside. Morning sickness, changing body, not always a good thing, okay? But magic too. The next pictures along here are a completely different colour scheme, and it's pink. And for me, pink's all about pain. It's about what it feels like at the end of a pregnancy when you are huge, you've got bulging tummy, and it all just feels dreadful. You want it all to go away. And the picture's entitled Feeling the Heat, all about the pain. What colour is pain for you? For me, it's pink. The next picture in the same way is called Better Out Than In, and it's all about labour. It's that cascading, flowing sort of pain that comes there. But it's all going to be okay, because soon it will all be over. It'll be all right. And sure enough, it is over. The pictures here are all on an anatomy thing. They're all, as I say, I trained originally as a doctor, and I often use my medical anatomical knowledge in my work. And this one is the lungs, okay? And it's all about my lungs. Anybody's lungs, when they have a baby, they all come back and you feel like you've got yourself back again. And this picture here is the baby's lungs, all about its first breath and how noisy that baby is. If we walk this way, we come to a breast section, and it's all about breastfeeding. Breast is best, it's magic. Will they work? Yes, they will. Maybe not for everyone, but remember, ladies, we were given them for a reason. This picture's entitled Us Girls Get Jangly Nerves, and it's all about how you feel. You feel like complete crazy after a few weeks of missing some sleep. All worthwhile in the end, but at the time it feels hard. The next picture over here is entitled Us Girls Should Get Things Running Like Clockwork. We've moved from a medical theme to mechanical abstract work, and really it's saying that if you're going to cope with this new life, then really what you're going to have to do is get organised. And the only way to do that I found was to turn into my mum. Whether I wanted it or not, she could make things happen, and I had to learn how to make it happen to stop it all falling apart. The picture here is chains, really, and it's about some of the feelings about feeling chained, feeling that you can't get away from things are all hard work. We've got spinning plates pictures, we've got mechanical, we've got trying to get organised, really that you haven't got enough time in the day to do all the things that you want to do in life. But you need to, and you need to get organised, because only by doing so will you have time to have some fun as well. You've got to be able to do both. And really, this is saying the same thing. Piece it all together. Life's quite difficult. You've got housework, you've got children, you've got family, you've got friends, you've got work, you've got a continuing work-life balance to achieve, and you need to make it happen so you can have some fun too. Thank you very much for listening. That's the inner gallery. If you come to the pictures here, this is the sort of the final part of the exhibition, really, and this is my final child. This little girl came into my life, and she's made me paint again, and she's made me very happy. I'm able to get my life back, and I feel that because she's there, she mirrors my life and I mirror hers. I love all my children, I love all my life, and I have a fantastic life. And I think my message to you through Us Girls really is be happy. You only have one life, and you should use that life and make the most of it.